What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy TGK here on TGK TV. We have another installment of the Dallas Mavericks unofficial, official pregame show. We're going to have a very jam-packed show today. We got a special guest today. We're going to have a special guest for the Vibes Report. It's going to be an awesome jam-packed show. Again, we only got 1 hour to do this, so we got to knock this out, right? So again, anyone that's watching, look at yourself as a co-host of the show. Comment whatever you want to comment. Make sure you put a TGK in there, or you could also put the guest name in there if you're trying to get their attention as well. Again, settle in, lock in. It is the Mavericks versus the Hawks tonight. Should be a good game, man. Let's go ahead and let's get this pregame show started. And just to move on from all the pageantry, all the fun that we're doing to start the show, I want to introduce my guest. I don't want to wait, right? We need to introduce the guest and get this show started. Again, welcome. This guest is an awesome streamer / analyst of the game, also a Mavs fan for life. We're going to get into the background of our guest here today. Hope y'all enjoy what we've been doing this week. It's been guest week. I just never titled it guest week, but salute to the guest we're about to have. Y'all already know who it is. I mentioned it yesterday in the Uncensored TGK. This is the Mavs pod, TMP. What up, TMP? How you doing, my guy?
Dude, TGK, what an honor to be here on Guest Week, man. Very, very cool. Thanks for having me.
Awesome, man. Appreciate you being here, man. I've been watching your stuff. I've been seeing your comment, and I never knew the Mavs highlights Twitter page did his own stuff. So I was like, damn, I got to get you on the show eventually, man.
Dude, thank you. I appreciate that. And slick animation, dude. Very cool.
Thank you, man. I'll be working all day prepping for the show, you know.
Very cool. Very cool.
Awesome. So yeah, man, definitely want to get this show started. But again, whenever I bring a guest, I like to know the guest. I like for the people to get to know the guest a little bit more. Again, I always look at Mavs fans for life, right? We're a unique group, man. We're an exclusive group, and I think for everybody to get to know you a little bit more, I think it's awesome. So I just started off with. You know, where's your background from as far as being a Mavs fan? Where did it all start? Where did it get inspired from? And then also, how did everything lead to doing the content?
Yeah, right. Well, I come by it honestly. I'm a child of the DFW. I was born in Dallas, and I was born in the 80s, right? So I'm a little older than a lot of the online community is, right? Like I go all the way back to the days of Rowe and Aguirre and Harp before he was a play-by-play or color guy, you know, like, I go back to cheering for those teams. I remember kind of the crazy run they had in the 80s when they were facing the Showtime Lakers, pushed Showtime LA to Game 7. Couldn't squeeze it out. Yeah, sure. But that's when I was little. And then obviously lived through the 90s, which we were pretty much the worst professional sports team in all of America. Like we had seasons of 11 wins and 13 wins and things like that. And then, speaking of our current head coach, then Jason Kidd came around, right? And breathed like this whole new life into our franchise, right? The fan base that had it pretty good in the 80s for a franchise that was started in 1980 to get to the Western Conference Finals and all that early on. That was pretty quick. So then the 90s were like now you're going to learn, right? Now you're going to learn. It's not always easy. Jason Kidd comes in. He's just a marvel. Like I know a lot of the people online have seen his highlights, but I'm just telling you, as someone who kind of lived, I was a teenager at the time, who lived like waking up the next morning to read the box score to see what Kidd did, right? Because I was listening, because it was harder to find Mavs games on TV back then, but like to listen on the radio every time. And then check the box score in the morning in the Dallas Morning News. And so just lived through that. And then obviously they had some excitement. They were young. They were enthusiastic, but they were burning through coaches. They had the 3 J's that never worked out, had all that promise, but they couldn't deliver, right? Yeah, and then things got tough again. Yeah, all the unlived potential, right? Unrealized potential. They trade Kidd away, and they picked a coach that they didn't want to keep over Kidd, who was going to become a legend. And then there were some more dark years after that. And then Dirk Nowitzki, right? Dirk comes on the scene as a 19-year-old Chili Bowl wearing, German with big beaver teeth, and and just kind of just breathe hope into the franchise in a way that we hadn't had since the 80s, really, right? You got Finley, you got Nash, you got Nowitzki, and then they build and build and build, and then all the fan base that was there for when the whole Nash debacle, which Cuban later on did admit that was his biggest failure, at least on the basketball side of things, right? And then, Terry comes in, they build up the team, they're building. And this is where a lot of the current fan base, the online fan base, can jump on board and go, oh, I lived through that. I was a fan through that. Then there was all the Dirk can never win it. If Dirk's your best guy, he's never going to be able to win, right? He might be a great number two. He might be a great Robin, right? But he can't, he's not tough enough. He doesn't have the fortitude. He doesn't have the athleticism, whatever the criticism was at the time. He could get you just so far, but he couldn't get you to the big dance. He couldn't win the big game. He couldn't get you over the hump. And so 2011 for all of us, right, was like being baptized, right? It was like just this moment of like, woo, hallelujah. All of my dreams, all of my faith paid off, right? Because like I was having fights with my own friends, other Maverick fans who were like, Dirk's not it. We love Dirk, but he's not it. And I'm like, no, Dirk, we got to believe. We surround him with the right talent. And they did that. They got the right talent. They got the right coach. And Dirk, one of my favorite, and let me get sentimental for a second here. One of my favorite all-time commercials is that Nike commercial where Dirk is slowly walking out of he's walking to the court, right? And all you ever see is his back, right? You never see his face. And it's all the words, like all these things are resting on his shoulders. And at the end, it's like he carried the whole city of Dallas on his shoulder. I'm like, when I see that, I'm like, that was it. That was my experience. Right now, it was Dirk's real experience. But as a fan, I was like, it was all resting on Dirk. And he delivered. And so, and then of course, all the way up into today, just a diehard, like lifelong diehard Mavs fan. That's what's up, man. That's awesome. Absolutely. I definitely want to chop it up with you about the 80s. And then definitely want to chop it up with you about, because I remember when, I don't know if you noticed it or you remember it, but it was after 07, probably around 08, 09. And that's kind of when the city kind of turned against the Mavericks and against Dirk a little bit. Sure. I don't know if you remember it. It was like, we're just never going to win it. We got Dirk and, first round exits. I think it was consecutive first round exits. And at that point, that's when because we had traded for Kid and everything, and definitely want to chop it up with you about that. Because people forget. The city did turn a little bit, against the Mavs. But there was that trauma bond of like 2006 and then 2007. You go ahead. You ask the questions, whatever you want, buddy.
No, you're good. Because then I think all that also culminated with the Dirk issue with that one lady that he had. So they were like, oh, there's this drama. Now let's go ahead and let's bury the Mavericks and Dirk's chance at winning a title. I remember that stuff too. But the 80s. The 80s, I can only imagine how it was in the 80s, man. But we'll definitely get into all that. Yeah. But then how did it lead to you creating the content, man? I know, I'm pretty sure you started the Twitter first, and then it led to the content. So how did you start the Twitter page and then lead to doing content?
Yeah, Twitter started, I think I looked this up like a month or two ago just on a whim, but I think that was 2013, started just posting highlights. Before that, I was a mod at a really big online fan forum. You remember forums where the only place we could go to get out all our fan pent up rage was to argue with people online? And so there was a huge Mavs forum called dallas-mavs.com. And I was one of the long-term mods, one of the, a big voice on that place. And there's still a lot of people who are on Twitter today who I still know. Tim Cato was actually a kid at dallas-mavs.com. He was a young poster back in the day. Yeah. We didn't know it was Tim Cato at the time. He was just T-Cat. But And so it was just that natural transition when Twitter started taking over the conversational space, when NBA Twitter started becoming a thing. I was just like, I'll hang on here as a mod, but then I'll go and start, dipping my toe into Twitter and seeing what the conversations are like there. Cause I was being told by a lot of guys I really respected that, hey, it's really happened over here on Twitter. NBA Twitter's a real thing. And so I got over there and just, one thing led to the next. And I'm starting to post highlights and engage with fans and, post polls and just do all kinds of crazy stuff there. And so, Twitter's kind of been home base for a while. And then YouTube was just a very, very recent development.
Yeah, and you've been killing it, man. I've been watching your
that's
stuff,
good.
man, and I think it's awesome. Like I said, there's so much room for Mavs content creators, and again, we all have
Absolutely.
different perspectives. We all have
Sure.
unique takes. Like, I think I heard Kirk one time. Like he likes that we have so many creators, but he can't watch us because then it'll impact his opinion. And I'm
Oh,
like,
interesting.
well, Kurt, thankfully I can watch everyone and still have my own opinion.
Sure.
So
That's how I am.
you can agree with certain things and then disagree with certain things, but it is interesting. Like there's these certain different dynamics on how people do the content, how they're influenced, how they're not influenced. But it's awesome. It's awesome at the end of the day. And again, I'm always again, salute to We Talk Mavs. I'm always going to
Those
push
guys
the
are awesome.
collaboration
Yeah.
angle of the things, man. And so happy to have you here, bro. Happy to have you here.
Dude, thank you so much.
All right, man, let's go and let's get started into the show, man. I think around 6 we're gonna have our correspondent from the arena. So we'll have a Mavs vibes report around 6. Hopefully we stay on time. With TGK TV we always have technical difficulties, but we'll see. So I would say let's go ahead and let me see what I want to start with today. We normally start with the news and rumors. Let's go. Let's do that. Let's start with news and rumors for today.
Bring it.
All right, I'm pretty sure you've seen this. You be on Twitter. I'm pretty sure everyone watching, they've been on Twitter as well. Josh Green with a right ankle sprain and Derek Lively with a right knee sprain will both be out tonight against the Hawks. TMP.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on these two specific injuries, and how long you think these are going to last, man?
As far as the timeline, I'm no expert there. I'm a little bummed that right knee soreness went to a right knee sprain, right? With Derek Lively, because soreness is just like, soreness. Maybe he just needs to get some icy hot on it or something and wait a couple days. But a right knee sprain that's something that they're gonna treat with kid gloves, right? They're gonna be gentle. They're gonna take their time, and of course with our who I call our young goat, right? I know Luka's only 25 and he's the real young goat, but man, I love D Live, man. I am so in his corner that I just want them to take care of him. And he's been a little banged up throughout the season, right? Where it's like, I hope this isn't a sign of things to come, right? We hope he's not the guy who gets the dings every 10, 15 games. Because this season there's been a bit of that.
Yep. Yeah, I that's my worry too, man. That is my worry too. This whole season, and I know he's been playing more basketball than he has at any point in his career. It's just, man, how many more little bang up injuries are you gonna sustain where it takes you out for a while, so it's definitely a little concerning for me. I hope he can find a way to strengthen every single muscle in his body, but that might have to be a over the off season kind of thing. But yeah, man, I think Josh Green with a right ankle sprain, I think he's gonna be fine eventually. Those things will heal, right? He'll be back. But I think I saw someone in the chat say something about Derek Lively was in crutches. Let me see.
Ooh, I didn't see that.
Frank said, "Yeah, I heard Lively is currently in crunches. Hopefully, he comes back in time before playoffs." Now, if he's in crunches, I'm not gonna. If it's a right knee sprain, it's probably to keep him off of that limb to allow it to heal.
Yeah.
So I'm not too, because they put people in boots for an ankle sprain, So the Mavericks training staff, they go above and beyond with the injury. So I don't mind it. It's actually a little refreshing versus throwing Luka out there just wrapping up a thigh, So it's
covering the blood up. Yeah.
So I think he's gonna be all right, but man, we definitely need him. We're gonna need him, and I hope he gets better pretty fast, man.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you picked up throughout the day? Again, I've been so busy. I had to take a nap before we started the show. I don't know any other news. I don't know if you picked up anything else. Grant Afseth doesn't tweet like he used to.
Yeah.
He used to give us updates
all the time.
And now
all the time. I
feel like it was my fault. because I had a whole segment for him on here. I was sharing all his stuff, and so maybe it was me. Maybe that's why he put everything on Sports Illustrated. So I'm just all right. But I don't know. Have you heard anything today? Anything newsworthy?
I haven't caught anything specific about the Hawks tonight. Can I know we were just talking about D-Live's injury. Can I brag on him for a second? I was just crunching some numbers earlier. This isn't like some deep dive or anything like that, but I was just checking out his per 36 for his 19/20-year-old rookie season, right? Like, because we know he gives you so much that the box score doesn't pick up on, right? Like it's just not there, but we see it and we know his value. But these are just some of his per 36 numbers, right? So D-Live per 36 gives you 13 points a night on 10.5 rebounds a night, 2.1 blocks a night on better than 75% field goal percentage. Now he's got to work on those free throws, right? Those free throws are just at 50%, and his touch is too good to stay that bad, right? He's going to bump that up next season for sure. But I was just looking at that going like, how he's not getting a ton of minutes. And we know they've been kind of careful with him all year, especially since Gafford's been in the starting lineup. They've kind of been dividing their minutes. But I wanted to see like, what would he be if he was getting like legit starters minutes and the production is there, man. It is so nice. It's so nice.
Yeah, I see it. I just pulled it up. 13.4 points per game.
It is.
Total rebounds, 10.5. Wow. 2 blocks per game.
And his offensive rating, catch this, his offensive rating is a 139 to a 113 defensive rating. So that's just like insane separation there.
That's elite, man. That's elite.
The team plays well when he's on the floor, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. That's crazy. You know what? I know I sent you I don't know if you saw the chat where I wanted to talk about specific analytics, but we'll get to that in a bit. But I don't know if you saw like the whole conversation about Luka and Jokic MVP. Have you seen this per 75? Like people are pulling per 75 as a way to argue MVPs. And, I guess we can get into it now, but I find it funny. Joke?
Per 75, what is that?
Per 70, there's per 100,
per 100
possessions. Yeah, then there's per 36 minutes. Sure. People are pulling out per 75s because Jokic in per 75 possessions.
Yeah, he must be the god of per 75, right? Yeah, sure, yeah. That's people always got an angle. We're not as clever as we think we are. People can figure it out,
I was like, bro, this is not how they judge MVPs, dogs. No, this is not. No. What is the per game averages? All right, that's one. There's certain analytics I'll listen to, but come on, man, people will be coming up with the craziest things. Right. So let's jump into the comments real quick. Let's see what everybody's talking about, and then we'll get into another segment on the show, man. We got the homie Lockbox in here in the building. What's up, homie? Lockbox ENT says game day. Yes, sir. Luke Bryan, what's up?
Son, where'd you find this?
Yeah, good morning, TJ. Damn, morning? Must be morning for you. Where are you at, Luke?
Where you at?
I wonder where you at. Good morning, TJ. Ready for Luka to go out and ball and get another 50-piece. Love your work. Thank you, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Daniel in the building. What's up, Daniel? Says, yo. We got Nix in the building. What's up, Nix? Let me hit you with there we go. He said, TGK, Lukai both playing tonight? Yes. Right. I haven't heard anything. The only two people that are out is Josh Green and Derek Lively. So, I know they're NBA players, but I think Kyrie deserves some credit, man. Since the Dwight Powell injury, since he came back, I don't think he's really sat much after that, right? Like, I think this is like the most consecutive games he's played in like 8 years or something.
In years, yeah. Played big minutes too.
Yeah. So salute to Kyrie. He's came to Dallas, man, and he's really like proved everybody wrong. He's removed doubt from some fans, and then also proved the haters wrong too as well, man. So salute to Kyrie, man. Luke also says, are you worried about Lively not being ready for the playoffs? We need the Rook. We'll see, man. They said 2 weeks, right? Jason Kidd. What do you think about Jason Kidd always playing with these? Sometimes he doesn't give you a timeline. This time he gave you a timeline. That was a little bit crazy. It was right knee soreness, then right knee sprain. What do you think about Kidd, though, giving us that 2 weeks synopsis there?
Yeah, I mean, I would just rather have the truth, right? But we know he plays with the media. We know he's going to play his game. He's kind of, I think he kind of views himself as a little bit of a brain teaser, right? Like he likes to toy with the media. I just wish he wouldn't toy with the fans, right? Play with the media all you want. I know they're on your case all the time, but that impacts us fans quite a bit.
Yep.
Twitter's a hell of a coach.
Twitter's a hell of a coach, man.
There you go.
David Guetta, yo, TGK, what's up, man? What's up? Hold on, let me get back over here. I got so many pages for my stream deck that it'd be crazy. Latte in the building. Says, sup, man, let's bounce back and win. Yeah, tonight's going to be a, you got to take care of business. No Trae Young, from what I understand, so you need to take care of business.
That's right.
If the main engine that the Atlanta Hawks has is Murray, then you gotta boggle down and take care of business there. I mean, we've been able to isolate like other teams' best players and be able to like minimize their impact. Do you think there's anything to that as far as either is it either the scheme that we have, or is it just because we have some decent point of attack defenders?
Yeah, no, I think it comes down to Derek Jones Jr., Dante Exum, right? These are guys who you can say sick them, and they're like, got it. And they'll do it all game long. Like they're not the guys who are going like, I was listening to someone saying how like big men will sometimes pout if they don't get their touches, right? And I get that. But Dante Exum, Derek Jones Jr., they don't pout. You give them an assignment and they're on it. Like they're like that pit bull. They're not letting go of the bone, for nothing. Yeah. and that's what I love about them. You give them an assignment, they say yes sir, and they attack. I love that about those guys.
Yeah, and you need guys like that. Whenever you got like two offensive engines like Luka and Kyrie, that's why I tell people, like, I don't feel like we need to play 5-out offense as much as there's certain people on Twitter do, because when you got two people like Kyrie and Luka, I prefer defensive players over Kleba at the 5, right? And risking losing out on ending possessions and getting second possessions as well. Yeah. So when you got Luka and Kyrie, you need offense, but you don't need it as exclusively as people want it to be with the 5-out. So I just feel like you have to balance it out with defense as well.
I always say, the Mavs have 2 Lamborghinis and then a team of junkyard dogs, and that is just fine with me. That looks good. Let the Lamborghinis rev those engines, and then let the junkyard dogs do their work. And so like that, I'm good with that.
I like that. Let's get to another comment here. We got Knight in the building. So let's go, Mavs. I hope tonight is a blowout win. Yes.
Come on.
Yeah, man. So if we get a blowout win tonight, that'll be great, because tomorrow is going to be an even bigger game. So we got to take care of business tonight. Definitely don't want to look ahead to tomorrow, but you got to take care of business tonight, man. Against these Hawks.
Got to.
Rel from We Talk Mavs in the building. What's up, Rel? In the building. And then Gina Kim is in the building.
Daddy, chill.
So, hey, TGK, kind of nervous for tonight, but we got Kai this time, so we shouldn't need another 70-point game from Luka, although I would like an MVP performance from him. Yeah, Gina Kim. If Luka has to go for 70 with Kai, that is kind of crazy. So, I don't think they should need to go. He should have to score that much. No. Malcolm in the building. What's up, Malcolm? So what up, TGK? What's up, man? Luke says best pregame show in the business. Thank you.
That's a fact.
Bands Lewis says I'm nervous about tomorrow than today. Yeah, today, TMP, today is an easy game to look ahead from, isn't it? Like, we got the Hawks, but it's a little tough. Like, as a fan, how would you say, like, all right, lock in on today? Right. Even though, go ahead.
No, I'm saying if I'm a coach, if I'm kid, I go in there on the whiteboard and I write 7-3, because that's what the Hawks have gone in their last 10 games. They are playing decent ball, right? They are winning games. And as a competitor, and we know that locker room is full of competitors in the Mavs side, like they hear that, they shouldn't go gliding or sleepwalking into that game. They should step up to the challenge and go, okay, this is a team that they think they've been winning. Well, you know who else has been winning? You know who else is playing good ball? Us. And we didn't play it in our last game, right? We got stifled and we didn't have a good plan. And, our supporting cast decided to all take the night off from shooting, it seemed like. But we're going to step back up and show people we have pride. It's about to be 7-4 and your last 11. That's what I'd say if I was kid.
Yeah. Definitely the way the last game went. Like, what do you think happened in the ending of that last game? Like, how would I say, put the blame on? Like, was it a kid coaching mistake, leaving THJ out there, or what do you think that is in besides some of the bogus calls that the refs missed?
Oh, if you want, we can get into my THJ soapbox later if you want. But yeah, I mean, I would never have THJ on the floor if he has been proven not to be hot, right? If he wasn't on fire, he's going back in the cupboard, and we'll pull him out the next game to see if he's on fire, and if not, he's going back in the cupboard. So yeah, to have in a closeout situation, I would not have Hardaway on the floor if I could help it, right? If I could help it,
right.
I'm not having him on the floor in a big moment. But so I definitely don't like the rotation. I don't like the rotation with Maxey at 5, just surrounded by a bunch of little guys. I don't like that at all. That doesn't make sense to me. So like if he's experimenting, these are regular season games we need to win for seeding, right? I don't want to experiment. If Gafford hasn't fouled out, put Gafford in there, right? Like if you're determined, if you just have got to have Maxey in the game, let Maxey be at the 4 for a few minutes. But too much Maxey at the 5. All of the numbers will say that Maxey has been a negative player on the season. This is not. Here's the thing. I know fans love to hate Maxey, but the honest thing we have to say is it's not 2001, 2022 anymore, right? Yeah. It's not 2021, 22 anymore. Like he was a net huge positive for the Mavs in those seasons, but he's been a significant net negative this year. So like, we just got to be able to understand we are not winning his minutes. Now, can he still get you a timely block every once in a while? Yeah. But can he make a layup or a mid-range shot or consistently hit threes or do anything positive offensively for you on a regular basis? Right. Not now he can't. So, and then of course, it's always cool, right? Isn't it cool when the refs let Klay Thompson just take like 4 steps? That's great, right? Yeah. That's awesome.
I loved it. I was like, all right, cool.
I was just cheering, right? Yeah, good job, Zebras. You did it again.
Yeah, do that for us Friday, all right?
Yeah, turn it around. Let that go the other way, yeah.
Yeah, let Luka get his free throws in the game.
Sure.
We got a super chat from Master Fame. What's up, man? He said, let's try PJ at the 5 this game. That'll be cool. Well, what are your thoughts on PJ at the 5?
Well, I mean, I got to confess ignorance. I've never seen it, right? Right. As an idea, I like it more than Maxey at the 5 right now. You know, at least PJ can move. At least PJ's quicker. At least he's shown some facility to score in the paint if he's not hitting threes. Like, he hadn't been hitting threes for a while now, but neither has Maxey, right? And so I would give it a shot against a smaller team, right?
So with PJ at the 5, right? Who would you put on that court with him?
Oh, I mean, if it's a closing lineup and you got PJ at the 5, you've got Luka, Kyrie, of course. You may have Exum, Derek Jones, and PJ, something like that. Like, if you're gonna do it, right? Like, if you're gonna do it, go after it.
It just depends on the opponent, right? Depends who they have out there.
Of course, yeah.
I can see it working if, like, say, Jalen Johnson is their 5 and not Clint Capella. If it's Clint Capella, then it's like, man, we're going to give up size. With Jalen Johnson, he can get rebounds too, but I think PJ could utilize his body to box him out. And Luka is like a small forward, power forward in the rebounding side of things. So I like that lineup too. I'm not going to lie. Because then you don't have to play THJ. You have 2 point of attack defenders out there with Exum and DJJ, and you have PJ. I like that. I ain't gonna lie.
PJ is strong, man. He is strong. Man. Like it's that great Shaq meme. I apologize. I was not as familiar with your game as I should have been. Like, he is strong. Like, he's out there like holding up to guys way heavier than him. So I've just been incredibly impressed with his defense.
Oh yeah, that's why I tell people I'm not too worried about the Clippers. We got PJ Washington, man.
I like that.
Let's get into another super chat in the building, man. Coy. Appreciate you, Coy. Says, much love, guys. We need to win the next 2 because Pels are sliding and Clippers don't like each other. Ooh.
There you go.
Damn, son. Where'd you find this?
Do they have a problem?
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we have a problem.
I think it's Clippers and Pels. We have a problem. Yeah, man. It's interesting. We'll get into the standings in a bit. Thank you, Coy, by the way, and thank you, Master Fame. When you look at the standings, you're like, oh wow, like everybody's within the game. The Suns have a chance to get the 5th if we get the 4th, you know?
Right.
So we could talk about having and salute the slightly biased. He had me thinking of that yesterday. I was like, damn, because when he said it, he didn't give no context as to like how it could happen. Right. I was like, wait up, no, the Suns could move to 5, and the other 2 teams could fall.
Yep.
And the Mavs could move to 4. Like, that would be That would be pay-per-view television right there for a first-round matchup. That'd be crazy.
Absolutely.
If y'all haven't already, man, definitely leave a like on the video. If y'all don't mind dropping a like, man, it goes a long way. I know we get lost into the sauce and forget to hit a like button, but if you hit a like button, it goes a long way. If you want the Mavs to go a long way in the playoffs, hit the like button. If you're enjoying the content from me and TMP, hit a like. It goes a long way and it means a lot. If y'all don't mind, man, it just helps the channel grow. Waiting for my correspondent to respond. Let me see what we got. He said,
we have to get that vibe.
All right, bet. All right, we're minutes from having a vibes report from the arena. So we're minutes away from that.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes, sir. Yes. Let me see. Let's get into a couple more comments until he shows up. Shouldn't be too long from now. Pasquale, what's up, Pasquale? Everyone has different sound effects, you know. He said, welcome TMP. Love the content you provide. Thoughts on the Mavs' chances for 50 wins?
Yes. Let's do it, right? I think at this point, if they don't hit 50, it's a disappointment, right? Like that's where I am. If they don't get 50, I'll be like, what happened? The wheels fell off. Now the Lively injury throws a wrench in things because that means more Maxey, more Dwight Powell.
Yeah.
But if they don't get to 50, something happened, right? The way they've been playing.
Yeah. Yeah, and what they have to close the season with 5-2 to get to 50?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah,
they're 45 right now.
It helps Luka's chances, right? It helps Luka's chances at MVP. He gets to say, "Oh, I got 50 wins, potentially a 4th seed. Are you gonna not give me the MVP again?" You know, because when people were talking about Luka's season so far, they were like, "Oh, well, we need him to at least be like 50 wins, 4th seed, 5th seed to consider him." Well, he's right there, and then now we're moving that goalpost once again. You know, it's a little bit annoying, man.
Do we have time for me to put you on the spot? Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Okay, here. So right now, let's just assume it settles like let's assume Denver stays in the 2 seed, right? That's where they are right now. Let's assume the Mavs somehow get up to that 4th seed, which we know it's possible. Do they give it to Luka or still go Joker? What are you thinking? What's your gut tell you?
Man, if he gets 4th, because they're so big about seeding. Because if Luka gets 4th in the West, that would be like 2nd in the East, right?
Oh yeah, easy.
It's crazy. Like
you're doing all the calculations right now.
Yeah, like I feel like they're just gonna find another excuse to give it to Jokic to make up for last year. I think that's what it is.
That's it, right?
You know, and I think they're just trying to make up for not giving it to him last year. But we got our guest here, man. Let's go ahead and let's start a vibes report. Let me go ahead and get that started, and we'll be right back. Let's hit the signature. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have the MVP Luka 77 live from the arena. What's up, bro?
Yo, we got the new earbuds, man. Tell me you can hear me loud and clear.
Loud and clear, crystal clear, man. That's what's up.
Let's go, man. Hey, I'm just excited to be back. I feel like I need a little redemption. Since last time I was on the show, we were trying to interview some live people, man, and the vibe wasn't there, man, but the vibes are there tonight at AAC.
Yeah.
And Mavs fans are feeling good, man. The race in the Western Conference is super tight. I don't know if y'all looked at the standings, but it's got me feeling a certain kind of way. Like we got to roll off some more W's, man. And Luka, Kyrie both playing tonight, so the vibes are. I'm not gonna say immaculate. I don't know if we're there, but the vibes are nice tonight.
The vibes are like cool, calm, and collected, huh?
Yeah, man. Like Kyrie been. For just a minute, bro. I tried to say last season, will Kyrie bring some veteran leadership to this team that's much needed? Think about this time last year. How much did they need a veteran leader? And they tried to laugh me off Twitter, bro, saying you can't mention Kyrie and leadership in the same sentence. But I just saw it at the time that Kyrie was going to bring something to this team because I see too, man, like his teammates love him. That's right. And I'm just super excited to see it kind of coming through right now where Kyrie is a leader and he's been a leader and you could see the difference it makes being on this team.
I agree. And Kyrie does help Luka stay even keel in certain aspects. I remember in the late game of the Kings game, Kyrie told Luka, like, chill, like, we got this. Don't worry about it. Then Luka was like, all right, I'll get off of the ref over here. But what you looking forward to tonight, man, against the Hawks? So give me some little analysis from your perspective.
Hey, well, you know me, man. I'm convinced Luka is a head coach away from being a GOAT. You know what I mean? Like, he's literally so close, man. J-Kid, I think, cost him his MVP this year, but that's another discussion because the vibes are positive tonight. And if he wasted one of the best seasons that you've ever seen from an NBA player, 34, 10, and 9, and he's not going to win MVP. He's not going to win MVP.
Michael Jordan numbers, bro.
Yeah.
I think it's okay, though, because Kobe only got one. And I know there's a narrative about the MVP and, different media, but that's been going on, bro. I've been watching NBA since the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. It's always been like this, where they get sick of one guy. There's a narrative for another guy. The media is pushing it, and different guys win it. And Kobe only got one. Luka, I don't know, man. It doesn't seem like the media likes him. I don't know if why they feel that way. I think there's a bunch of different reasons, but I mean, he's having an MVP season, and it's been special to watch. And I think they're about to put an ass whooping on the Hawks tonight. They need this W tonight. So Kyrie Luka masterclass is what I'm expecting, and I hope Coach has them ready tonight, even without Derek Lively, to play the guys at the right time, the right rotations. And this is a W that just should be a scheduled W. Start of a 3-game in 4 days at home, but I mean, 3 games in 4 days, 1 day off, and then another back-to-back. Like, this is one you can never take an L in, and they're favored by double digits. They should put an ass whooping on the Hawks tonight.
Hey, man, we'll take that. We'll take a big dub today, man. We'll take a big dub. You want to hit us with a prediction before we head out, bro? What's up?
Well, I mean, I can't talk all that shit and then pick anything but Mavs 127, Hawks 102. Like, I mean, that's what they should do. A team this talented, even without Derek Lively, that's what they should do, and that's what I expect tonight, man. Because it's crunch time for the Mavs. I expect a big game tonight, man. We ready to have some fun. I got my man Charles with me. Shout out Charles in the house, man. We ready to rage tonight. Have a good time.
What's up?
Oh, there he goes. So,
hey, man,
we are here to catch this Mavs W, man. I appreciate you having me back on. I wasn't at my best last time, man, and I love the show. I love that you're the hype, the energy. You're gaining viewers, and a lot of people tune into the show, man. So I'm happy to be on.
Thank you, man. Thank you as always, man. Appreciate you always being ready to jump on the show for a vibes report, man. It means a lot. Thank you,
buddy, man. Y'all have a good night. Let's go, Mavs.
Let's go, Mavs, man. All right, man. Production value. We gotta. It's gotta feel like a show.
Yeah, no, you feel it. You feel that bass. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, man. What is this? 6:08. Man, see, it's I feel like we just started the show and we're already got 44 minutes in, bro.
Yeah, time's flying.
It flies like that, bro. So let's go ahead and let's do one of my favorite segments, which is the opponent review. But let me pull everything up for them right quick. But isn't the Hawks? The Hawks are 10th right now in the East. That's crazy.
Yeah,
they're battling for a playoff seeding.
They're playing.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and let's do an opponent review real quick, ladies and gentlemen.
How you want it? Show me my opponent. Show me my opponent.
All right, man. All right. Let's take a look at the depth chart. Right now, the Atlanta Hawks, they're 36-40, third in the Southeast Division. They're going to be without Onyeka Okongwu and Muhammad. I can't even pronounce the last name. They also don't have Trae Young. He is out. Their starters are going to be DeJounte Murray, Bogdan Bogdanovic, DeAndre Hunter, Jalen Johnson, Clint Capella. Their second unit is Kobe Buffkin, Vit. I can't even say that name. Garrison Matthews, Wesley Matthews. They got a bunch of Matthews over here. And Trent Forrest and Bruno Fernando and Dylan Windler. I just don't think they go that far in the roster. Let's take a look at their stats right quick to see if anything sticks out. Trae Young, obviously, his production will not be available tonight. He averages 26 points per game and 10 assists. DeJounte Murray averages 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 assists. Bogdanovic, 16.9 points per game, 3 and 3. Jalen Johnson, he averages 16 points per game with 8 rebounds and 4 assists. That's not bad. DeAndre Hunter, 15.7 points, 3 and 3. Sadiq Bey, I don't think he's still on that team. However, Capella, he's averaging 11 and 10. And Okongwu is averaging 10 and almost 7. Let's take a look at the 3-point percentages so we can know who is the shooter on this team. Garrison Matthews, he is averaging 45.9%. I always find it interesting to see how role players shoot on the road. So does this percentage travel, Does it travel? Vit, he's averaging 44.9% with 3 attempts per game. DeAndre Hunter averaging 39.9%. Bogdanovic, 37.5%. DeJounte Murray, 36.4% with 7 attempts. Bojan averaging 8.1 attempts per game from 3. Wesley Matthews is getting some run here. He's 35.8%. And then Jalen Johnson and Okongwu are a little bit under league average. All right. Now let's take a look and see the advanced analytics over here. Let's take a look at their 5-man lineups. All right, TMP.
Okay,
Let's see if we can find their lineup without Trae Young. This is always difficult. So what I'll do is I'm going to do this minus Trae. All right. So I don't think they have Sadiq Bey on this team no more, right? Or do they?
I'm not sure.
Let's do without Bey. All right. So I think this looks more like the lineup we might see.
That has Young.
Oh, that does have Young. Hunter. Okay, here goes. No, because Vit's not starting. It's Capella and Jalen Johnson. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to find it. Hunter, no, we're not gonna be able to find it. Oh well, ladies and gentlemen. Oh well. But I think that they've been having a pretty solid season.
Right.
Considering how they've been able to kind of change course without Trae Young. So
right.
Considering all of that, man, who on this team do you kind of want the Mavericks to focus on from a defensive perspective, and what's the best way to attack them, bro?
Oh, dude, it's all about slowing down Murray. Bogdan can do his thing. He can get hot. He can be streaky, and he can get like supernova hot. But the consistency, like the heartbeat of that team, is DeJounte Murray. And if you can stifle him, if you can slow him down, if you can hold him to a poor shooting night where he's not impacting the floor, he's not picking up a bunch of steals, he's not being a disruptor, then I think the Mavs, just with their superior talent, I don't want to sound cocky, but I think they roll through this game. Slow down Murray.
Yeah, no, I like that. I think that makes the most sense. And knowing Jason Kidd, he doesn't how would I say, pull any punches when it comes to doubling a star player on the opposing team. So I feel like he's gonna definitely double Murray and see what he could do off of a double. Not every player could do that, and so we're gonna see how that goes. I do want to send a shout out to Ben, man, with a gifting 5 TGK memberships. Ben, appreciate you, my guy, as always, man.
Hello there.
Just crazy, man. If you would have told me that this is what the show would have been last year, TMP, I wouldn't believe you, man. So salute to Ben, man. Appreciate you so much, my guy. Let's get back into a couple of comments, TMP. Let's hang out with the chatters right quick for a little bit. Sticks says, "Sup everyone in TGK." What's up, Sticks? Gina Kim says, "Welcome TMP. Nice to have you on the show." Look at that. Again, yeah, you also go check out his content, man. It's TMP, the Mavs Pod. He also does post-game analysis. What else you do on there besides like live streams and post-game analysis? Or is that's the only things you're covering at the moment?
Nah, yeah, I'm focusing on post games and then just occasionally doing a video that's just kind of like, hey, this is what I'm thinking about the Mavs right now, or this is what I'm thinking about the association right now. Like I'm going to start probably around the playoffs, maybe around the end of the season, start a new series just called the High Five, where I just take my 5 favorite plays of the week from the Mavs, and they can be from totally different games, can be involving any different Mav players. But just kind of these are the 5 plays that stood out and why, right? And so that's coming in the near future.
I like that. That's dope, man. That's dope. Like I said, when you're creating content, man, you got to find something, like something that's different, something that sticks out. So it's dope that you're doing that.
Yeah, sure.
Luke says, need to kill Hawks off early tonight with back-to-back tomorrow against Golden State.
Come on.
Good thing Golden State, they're on a back-to-back tonight as well. They're going to play tonight and tomorrow.
Good.
The Hawks are coming in off of playing last night, so they're on a back-to-back playing us off a day off. So we got to take advantage, man. We got to take advantage. We got the rest yesterday. Hawks didn't. Warriors are traveling. We're not. Got to take advantage.
Absolutely.
Lockbox says TMP's in the building. Fire emojis. Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Rel says salute TGK. Salute to you, Rel. Salute to you, my guy. Go Goo is in the building. What's up, Go Goo? Said TGK, keep grinding. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
Gina Kim says the Hawks are without Trae Young, but they look better. Mavs can't take this game lightly. We got to keep winning for the 4th seed and get the 50 wins. Having Lively out sucks. It does. It does, unfortunately.
Yeah, it does.
Frank says, I think with Lively's injuries this season haven't been that bad besides the broken nose. I think it's more been on Kid making the call of giving Lively more time off to heal up. Okay. And I can see that. Jason Kidd is kind of, he is kind of known to give them that extra time off. Gina Kim says, I think it's only precautionary. Seems like they've been very careful with injuries this year with Kai, Green, and Lively. True. Oh, Lucas from Australia. Okay, it is morning time over there. It is morning time.
Other side of the world.
Yeah. Vance Lewis says Luka for MVP, baby. Yes, sir. Hopefully he gets it, man. It would be awesome, man, because like I tell you, TMP, all I've ever wanted is to have like one of those players on our team that's one of those players. You know what I'm saying? Like Dirk, it was great. He was one of those players.
Yeah.
But like Luka is like that LeBron-esque, Kobe-esque, Jordan-esque kind of player. And I'm like, man, it'd be nice to have one on our team. And we do. And I just want him to be recognized for his talents, man. I think he deserves MVP this season. And it would just go a long way. I think to not only help the Mavericks, but also help Luka as well, to be like, y'all are deserving of going to the finals, you know? And to me, MVP is a sign of that.
It's recognition, yeah.
Yeah. Big J in the building.
I took a different route. I am
the pick of the litter. He said, "What's up? No playing with our food tonight." Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Master Fame says, "I honestly don't care if we get 4th seed." I do a little bit because it's a home. You get home field advantage.
Home. Yeah.
Yeah, and role players play better at home. Like Exum will play better. PJ will play better at home versus on the road. Even though PJ did pretty decent in Golden State.
Yeah.
4th, 6th seed is all I care about. I remember when we didn't think Rick could do it before 2011. Give these coaches a chance. I agree, and that's what I'm saying. I'll ask you this, TMP. Where are you at with Jason Kidd as far as remaining with the Dallas Mavericks? Like, I know I'm gonna use this as a topic on Mavericks Midnight Madness, but just want to get your thoughts on Jason Kidd. Like, what do you think it's gonna take to keep him here?
All right, so I made a video a few weeks ago saying the only reason you don't fire Jason Kidd right now is because you think it means you'll have a better chance of getting a better coach in the offseason than you would, if you'd have to just kind of piecemeal it right now, right? But then they took off. Then they started playing amazing ball, as good as anyone in the league for a stretch of 12, 13 games. And so I think it's really up to Jason Kidd. Like, his destiny is in his own hands. If he can keep these guys focused and playing together, playing for each other, playing with, vision and determination, and the kind of grit, the kind of defensive grit that we've seen become their identity this last section of games where they've been just blowing people away and stomping their opponents with awesome, suffocating defense, then I think you kind of bring Kidd back. If they can have some playoff success, especially. Here's what I would say for sure. If he wins a playoff round, if he can get us to the second round, if he can win in the first round, I think you bring him back. I just don't think you don't look at that kind of success and go, we can do better, unless one of the big dogs is out there and wants to come to Dallas. Like, unless the back channels are telling you like, hey, you can have him. He's ready. He wants to come. I don't know who that name would be right now. I don't know who would be available. And, every offseason, a name becomes available that you didn't think would be. And so, like, I think if he wins in the first round, you give him whatever kind of extension they think is fair, and you move forward. I don't think he's a great X's and O's coach. I do know the players seem to really like him. But I do think if you look at it at the end of the day, the teams that are winning the chip, the teams that are winning the championships or regularly contending for the chip, they have the genius coaches. They have the coaches that can make a difference, who can give you that slight edge, right? Because a coach, it's all about the players. But if a coach can give you a slight edge here or there, that makes the difference between an average coach like Kidd or a great coach like Spoelstra.
And see, this is where I'm at with Kidd. Like Again, I've said this story so many times. Like, Jason Kidd favors my older brother. Like, they're both bald-headed. Nice. They both have the rugged little patchy beard that's gray hair, black hair. Like, and they both wear glasses. Like, it's just like the spitting image. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to fire my brother.
You want to fire your big brother?
I don't want to fire my brother. Like, I want you to win, bro. And so, and again, I growing up, I used to like how would I say, pattern my game behind Jason Kidd. Just the way he protected the ball. He protected the ball. He took care of that basketball and protected it. Like, he valued possessions, And so I picked that up early on. Like, you protect the ball. It's not about being flashy. It's just making sure you dribble, keep the dribble tight, keep it around your hip, and don't let it go above your head, because that's what they can steal it. All these things, right?
Yep.
I pattern my game behind it. My favorite number is 5 because of Jason Kidd.
Okay.
So, and none of this is because I do not hate Jason Kidd. He's one of my favorite Mavericks of all time. It's just it took me till this year to finally be like, you know what? I don't know if Jason Kidd is him. He lost my trust this season. Right. So whenever you lose my trust, and I've been backing you, you got to regain it. And so for me, I need to see something in the playoffs for me to be like, you know what? Bring him back. Yeah. But if it's anyone that wants him back with justification, it's definitely me. Yeah, right? I don't want to fire my brother, man. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, I feel you.
Damn. Well, we got 18 minutes to go. Let's go ahead and speaking of Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
There's everybody's new and favorite segment of the show. So let's go ahead and let's do a little coaching with Jason Kidd.
Yeah, I'm not the savior here. I'm not playing. I'm watching, just like you guys. That's just the season. No one's dying. So write some positive shit.
I just asked you a question.
And I'm giving you a fucking answer.
Yes, sir. We are live. Coaching here with Jason Kidd. TMP, look at it from this perspective. You are in the locker room.
Okay.
You either got to give a speech or you got to give some kind of game plan to attack the Hawks. You gave a little bit of one, but if you come up with something to give to the players right now, what would it be?
Right. Okay. So I look at Derek Lively and I look at Derek Jones Jr. and I say, what you got to do. You've got to take Murray out. You got to guard him. We're going to cover him full court. We're not going to let him get comfortable. We're not going to let him get in a rhythm. And then I look over at Exum and I go, when he's out, you're on him. That's your man. You're going to slow him down. We're not going to let him go off. We're not going to let him be a Mavs all-star tonight, right? We're going to stop him. We're going to slow him down. Bogdan may hit a couple shots. That's what he does, but he's streaky. We know that the motor of this car is DeJounte Murray. So that's where we're going to focus it. And then I just kind of pull off the glasses and I slyly look over at Kyrie and Luka and I go like, y'all got this, right? Y'all got this. My job's on the line here. My job's on the line, guys. Y'all got this, right?
Yeah.
And they go, gotcha, coach. And then I put the glasses back on. I go, let's do this, guys.
Yeah, I like it, man. I like it. Yeah. I definitely agree with that. I think they're going to have to use their point of attack defenders.
Come on.
You got like what? 12 fouls between Derrick Jones Jr. and Exum. Utilize them. Right. Utilize them. DeJounte Murray, as you've seen, he beat the Celtics.
That's
shooting, almost 50 shots, right? But still, very inefficient. If he has to take that many shots tonight, I like our chances because that means he's forcing them up. He's forcing up that much. I don't know if he's that efficient of a player. So I like that. I like the approach. Put your best defenders on him and make him see what he could do. I like the doubles, though. Throw a double every now and then and see what he could do with that. I don't know if he's like a Luka he's not playing out of a blitz. So definitely would like to see that. But offensively,
okay,
I want to see Luka against Clint Capella because he be cooking that man.
Oh.
He be cooking that man. Mind you, it's not like Luka didn't score 73 on this team already.
Last time he saw him, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I would like to see the Mavericks do a little bit of that, but how about get 73 between you and Kyrie? And then hopefully we can mix in a little bit of THJ. I want to see THJ show that he has some value to this team going into the playoffs. Because if you have a THJ that could come in and give you 2 to 3 threes a game,
come on.
That is his value. His value. He don't have to play the fourth. I don't need him to play the fourth. But when Luka sits or Kyrie sits, give me something when you're out there with one of the superstars. I need to see something from THJ tonight.
Heck yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Coaching with Jason Kidd.
Yeah, I'm not the savior here. I'm not playing. I'm watching, just like you guys. That's just the season. No one's dying. So write some positive shit.
I just asked you a question.
And I'm giving you a fucking answer.
I want to send a quick shout out to Gina Kim. She is officially my first mod on the channel. So salute to Gina Kim, man. I felt like it made sense to give it to Gina Kim.
Absolutely.
My first mod on the channel. Again, and speaking to her, I told her, hey, we're not going to ban anybody. People are allowed to say what they want to say. But if it ever gets to that point, you have the privilege to ban them whenever I give you the okay. So salute to Gina, man. She definitely deserves it. And hopefully I get a couple of more mods and we can have like a mod outing. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
There you go.
All right, man. We got about like 20 minutes before tip off. We definitely got one more segment left with the predictions. So I figure I get to the question that I wanted to ask you, TMP. I wanted to ask you because there's so many analytic perspectives to take. Like there's so many stats here, there. You got your per 75s, your per 36s, your per hundreds. Right. You got your rating this, rating that. You got your 5-man lineups, 2-man lineups. When it comes to assessing the game, like what is one advanced analytic or advanced stat, advanced category that you like to go look at that gives you a good, how would I say, understanding of what you're looking at or what team you're looking at or what player you're looking at?
TGK, I'm a simple man. All right. And so when it comes to analytics, I like the ones that are simply understood. And so I'm a big fan of looking at offensive rating and defensive rating. And those just are, there's more complex versions of it, right? And there's deeper kind of avenues you can dip your toe into, but simply put, offensive rating is how is the team performing offensively in the minutes you're on the floor, right? And so it's not just how many points are you scoring. How is the team? This is a team game, right? How is the team performing offensively when you're getting your minutes? And so that offensive rating gives you that. And then the defensive rating obviously does the defensive version of that. How is the team performing defensively when you are on the floor? And so the margin in between there is where you get your net, right? If you have a significantly higher offensive rating than defensive rating. So if you say like, I have a 110 offensive rating and a 100 defensive rating, that means the team is averaging on 100 possessions 10 points better while you're on the floor. And that's exceptionally good. If you could be a 10 net, that is awesome, right? And so what's hilarious is if you look at some of the offensive defensive rating in the net of guys like Derek Lively and Gafford over the stretch of 13 games, it's like mind blowing. It's like Gafford is like a 40 positive net or something like that. You're like, how is that even humanly possible with him playing all these minutes? And that's just a sign of how great the team has been in his minutes, right? And so I really love to look at those because they're individual based, but they're telling you how the team is playing when you're playing with the team. So I love those stats.
Appreciate that, man. That was fire. Great breakdown. Great breakdown. I couldn't have said that better. For those curious, my favorite analytics to look at is obviously the 5-man lineups because that gives you They add everything in there. They add like the assist ratio, the offensive rating, defensive rating. So I love looking at the 5-man lineups because it tells you which lineup is pretty effective.
Exactly.
But also, my favorite ones for defense is the defensive dashboard on NBA.com.
Okay.
Where it kind of even breaks down how opponents shoot against
while you're guarding
opponent.
them. Yeah, that's great.
I love that one.
That's cool.
So that's what I'm saying. There's so many options. There's so many analytics to choose from. I think finding the ones that impact the game is like the best ones you could go for. But there's so many ways. Like, what is this LeBron one or this? You know, like the LeBron metric. Or this is the B flop. I don't know. Like, there's so many.
Raptor. They were trying all these
Raptor.
Things. So,
Velocity. Like, bro, what is this weather? Like, are we doing meteorology? Like, what's going on? It don't make sense, man. It don't make sense.
That's funny.
All right, thing we got, is right about that time. It is now time for the predictions. But before we do that, man, definitely just wanted to let people know I do host a weekend night podcast. It is called Midnight Madness. But to be able to get access to said video or said podcast, it is through the TGK memberships, which are only 99 cents. Check out this little promo and let's get straight into predictions. All right, TMP, let's take a look at what the odd makers are saying. They got the Dallas Mavericks favored by 12.
Oh.
With a total point of 227.5 tonight. Wow. They got the Mavericks with a big dub, man.
They got them on that bounce.
What do you think about
that? I mean, I love it. I love it. I hope they are right. I hope they're right.
Yeah, right? Yeah, so again, ladies and gentlemen, the Mavericks are favored by 12. If y'all don't mind getting y'all predictions in the comments below, let me know what you think the score is going to be between the Dallas Mavericks and the Atlanta Hawks. Hold on. Someone put a TMP. Let's see what they said. Knight says, TMP, love the Coach Kidd impression. That would be the same speech I give for today's game too.
Right, there we go.
That's what's up. Let me get through a couple of comments real quick. Johnny B in the building said, TGK, what's up, man? Gina Kim says he got to get us to the finals. In my opinion, I still don't trust him. He gets some flowers, but there are some flaws he hasn't fixed. I don't want him to get the extension, then start being a trash coach again. That's the fear, right? That's the fear. He has a contending team. He's just got to utilize it and put the pieces where they got to be. Remember how Jason Kidd be like, "Oh, I gotta give them the answers to the test, right?" Well, can we start getting the hundreds? You know, can we start grading pretty good on this? You know,
get the big scores in there.
Yeah, King's in the building. What's up, King? I'm like, what's up, man? I tell him that's my twin right there. Nice. King is my twin from Baltimore, from B-More. The to, do, you, all that. All right, man. All right, so again, the Mavericks are favored by 12, 227 total score, or total implied score. You already know what time it is. I got to get the golden eye sound effects and get my score together. TMP, write your score down somewhere. Think of what your score is going to be.
I got it.
Oh, you already got it. Let me get mine down. Hold on. I would rap, but I didn't write no lyrics down today. Let's see. So they got us favored by 12. If they got us favored by 12, then I can see 20. So.
Ooh, I like you.
I can see 20. Hold on. Dun, 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 dun. All right. I think I got my score. Ladies and gentlemen. Let me go and volume this down a little bit. All right. Here we go. For me, I got the Dallas Mavericks 128 to the Hawks 108. A Dallas Mavericks 20-point victory. The Mavericks should be able to handle business tonight. The Hawks are on a back-to-back. Mavericks got the rest. They're happy to be home. The role players play better at home. Let's take care of business. Let's get some rest and get ready for the Warriors tomorrow. What's your score prediction, bro?
Okay, so I like yours better than mine. Just let me say that from the outset. I got us going 118 because that's about where we've been when we've been playing well. I got us at about 118 and holding them to 108. So which I think that's solid. Now it doesn't get us to our 12. That would be an under, right?
Right.
But I like that for the Mavs. 118, 108. Okay. Give the Mavs that dub.
Hey, at least we both got 108. At least we both got 108.
I like that.
Look at that. Let me see. Let's get some scores up here. Let me see where we can find them. Hold on. Sorry if I couldn't get to everybody's comments. You know, the show's only an hour long. Knight says Mavs winning 127-97.
Oh, I like that. Big win.
That'd be big time. That'd be great.
Yeah, 30.
Luka gets the rest? Like what? Kyrie get the rest? Stick says 130-105. Okay. Pretty sure for the Mavs. I like that. Daniel says I got us winning 134-102. Damn.
Oh, Daniel's my friend. I like Daniel.
Yeah. I'd love to see that score for sure. Edison Pierce in the building. What's up? He says Mavs. I feel Mavs 124-110. All right. I can see that being a score as well. I can see that being a score.
Yeah, for sure.
JP, what's up? He says 128-109 Mavs. Hey, we're kind of the same. We're all by one digit.
Right there.
Man, look at us, JP. Look at us, man. Hold on. Shit, just because we so close right there. DV in the building. What's up, DV? How you doing? He said, what's good? Let's handle business.
It's a bit of a sticky one still.
Martin Blake says a revenge game, Mavs 140, Hawks 70. Martin always has the win by 100 scores.
I like that.
Oh, we got Div in the building. Let's hit the hockey goal. Div says we win tonight 135-100. Damn, Div. Sheesh. Look at Gina Kim. 124-109 Mavs. I really hope we don't struggle on offense again. Make shots and get stops. We got this. They can't stop us. And you rhyming, girl. Especially Luka. Needs 73 points combined from Lukai. MVP performance from Luka. Okay. That's great. I love that. Nick says 132-102 Mavs. 30-point victory. We'll take it, man. We'll take it. ENT wanted me to rap. No, not today. Not while there's guests. I don't want to embarrass myself in front of guests. Thomas Augustus says 115-110.
That's the closest.
That's a close game.
The close one, yeah.
That's a clutch game victory there, huh? Mailbox says 120-119.
Oh, that's the closest.
Yeah, that's tough. Now he says, I understand why you don't trust Kid, but the first year he came, he got us to the Western Conference Finals. My trust factor is at 50%. The team is better in that one, so I think Gina Kim is right. Yep. It would. If that's the case, you should go a little further, right? I don't know. I'm just saying. Frank says, no scoring predictions for me, but I hope Brunson do us a favor beating the Kings today. Ooh, I like that. You're thinking big picture.
Yeah.
Daniel says, thank you, TMP. I want us to crush our opponents, and here is a stat for you both. Mavericks are 23-4 against teams 500 and below. Ooh.
Come on.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. Doing extra homework for us, man. Appreciate that, man.
Right.
It goes a long way. Martin Blake says, see you all on We Talk Mavs. Slightly biased stream is infiltrated by haters. Lineup announcement starting soon. I didn't even see the lineup, but I'm pretty sure it's still going to be the same lineup, whatever the case may be. For those wondering where I will be after the stream, I'll be on the We Talk Mavs playback. I don't know where you'll be at, TMP. I don't know if you'll be in there, but that's where we'll be at. So those that are interested, definitely sign up for Playback TV. Get on, look for We Talk Mavs. Sign up, ask for a VIP, and you can watch the game with us as we chat it up and all that good stuff. We got about 2 minutes before they tip off. Again, TMP, the Mavs pod. Y'all look him up, follow him, check out his content, man. Great content creator. Again, it's all about promoting the channels, promoting the Mavs community. TMP, any last words for us, man? Let them know where they can find you on Twitter as well. All that good stuff. Promote yourself.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter posting highlights and giving some of my own commentary at Mavs Highlights. Obviously, you can find me on YouTube under TMP, the Mavs Pod, and just 2 words: Go Mavs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all, guys. If y'all don't mind dropping a like on the video on the way out, it means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And that, I'm going to leave y'all with the hype video and the outro. It's been your boy TGK here with TMP. And we're going to catch you on the next one. Let's go Mavs.